Welcome back, viewers. I hope this isn't getting monotonous, and even if it is, well, I want to see this project through to the very end, and hopefully actually get it to work right. So, now that we're back here with part 4, I'm just contemplating what we can do next. So we ran the watch, and it lost about 10 minutes, and that was on the absolute slowest speed. I think the regulator was almost past the S just a little bit. And now, as you can see, I've just adjusted it just because I'm fumbling around with it. So what can we do now? I'm debating. I think I might unpin it and see what's going on there. Actually, before I do that and know it's not wound, you can see the hairspring, even when it's set to, let's just, for the sake of evening it out, let's just set it to the absolute lowest, or the slowest speed. You can see that doesn't look right. And I don't know what a guy should do here. It's still too small, and it's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to look more like this on the slowest speed. Not like that. And I'm wondering, is this... it must have something to do with the offset bend. Or not the... why do I keep going back to that? It must have something to do with the end of the hairspring, which is in here somewhere. Let's look at that again. Move that back. Oh yeah, the watch is like completely unwound, viewers, so... I'm not sure whether it would be a good idea to pull it kind of forward or pull it backwards. If we pull it backwards, like with our tweezers here, the thing would fold down, or kind of more into itself, and that's not what we want. I think it'd probably be better just try and adjust it this way. Quote-unquote up. Let's see if we just stick our toothpick in there. Well, I don't want to do it there, obviously, but I think it would be better to move it up a bit. No, it's, you know, it's not far from being good. It's just not good enough. Let's unpin it. And also, since I'm leaving basically no stone unturned here, I've also adjusted the cullet on the hairspring and made it a little more so the outer coil is level with the stud, and the center is kind of a little further down than it was before. I know they're not they're not supposed to be like this, but I don't know how you fix that. I have got no idea why it's fanned up like that. I don't think that's due to rust or something, although it has kind of a coppery color. I don't know what these hairsprings are made out of. I thought it was like some sort of, I don't know, blued steel or something. Don't I don't know. But anyway, it's like that, so that might have something to do with why it's not pinning very well. With this section here under kind of pressure from the bottom, so I've just adjusted the collet, and we'll see if that fixes it. If that fixes it, I'm not going to adjust any more of this, because, I mean, you can fix it till it's broken, right? And really, that doesn't matter that much. Although, don't count your chickens before they've hatched, because we have no idea how this will perform like this. Well, a lot has happened in between the takes. Part of the very edge of the hairspring actually snapped off. And why did it snap off? Because I've been readjusting it, and I've been readjusting this thing a lot off camera. Yeah, it would be, if I showed it would all look like the previous parts, where it's just, you know, me making the slightest little things with tweezers, and it's really not all that interesting to watch, and I don't know how much I even could have filmed of that. But anyway, there it is going now. We're going to test it like that. Here is a 1963 pocket bend with the same movement. And I don't believe the US got this particular movement for as long as, and it's the same movement as this one here. I don't believe they had this one as long as we did. I think the Canadians kept this one longer. I'm going to take the back off, and I'm going to show you a proper hairspring here. This one runs fine. It's just not serviced. So, but it runs accurately and stuff. And yes, viewers, I am working on another clock here in the background. The whole hairspring thing, I've been working on this for maybe like 4 weeks now. just straight. I haven't taken a break from this project. It's always been coming back to this project, and oh boy, am I getting kind of over it. So anyway, there's our hairspring there. It's going, and if we grab our pocket bin here, we can pop the back off using a watch case opener. Got that off Amazon. Great little device. I got a whole set of them. Anyway, so this thing, let's see here, what have we got? November of 1963, okay. So you can see there, it looks kind of odd in itself, actually, but I think it'll be okay. Turn to the slow position. Doesn't really change shape at all that much. Let's see about fast. Kind of does a little bit. Slowest, not really. Let's wind this thing up a little bit, see how it runs. As you can see, the pivots, I mean, this is why you service these things, right? Because you get them and they look like this. This movement over here looked like that beforehand, so. And as you can see, I mean, that's why we're cleaning all these parts here. So so that hasn't really changed the shape much. Let's see if we can wind it up more, see if we get a better amplitude. And of course, yeah, as I said, you don't want to be running these things too much when they're unserviced like this. That's why I make these YouTube videos to begin with, so you guys can see what you do. Yeah, that's running okay. Well, it's running fine, but you know, the spring hasn't changed size or shape really at all much. I think it might have expanded a little bit. I can't see. Let's go back here, see what's going on. They look, I don't know. What do you guys think? They both look kind of similar now. Granted, I haven't tested this thing, this one here, in the current state that I've pinned it in. As I said, I've made a whole bunch of little adjustments. It looks more like this than ever before, so that's great. I guess the only thing we can do now is just speed test it and see how it runs. I'll cut back to you guys once a couple hours have passed, and then we'll kind of have the results in. You're probably wondering, viewers, why I don't just copy this directly, and I am kind of trying to, sort of. Although I think I had something that looked a lot like this yesterday, and it didn't work. I'm confident we didn't have this little tail end up here, but we had this sort of, I call it the hill, and we had this section here. I don't think it worked. I don't recall it working, and if it did work, you would have heard about it. So yeah, we did actually get the hairspring to look like this, and it just still didn't work. So something like this anyway. It was close. It may not have been exact. What always seems to happen with this thing is when it's pinned, it always somehow I think it folds up like this just a little bit, and I want to have it not do that. That'd be great. Well, viewers, in between takes, all kinds of wonderful things happen. The main one being, for this particular series, that it's a massive discovery. Let's just say that. We ended up coming across a crazy thing. So, viewers, don't ask me how I was going to incorporate this into the series, but I decided to replace the hairspring and later replace the balance wheel to, you know, get the watch to perform correctly. Well, even with both of those things done here, this is the exemplar hairspring that we've been looking at to reference how to bend our other hairspring to, if that makes any sense. This is the quote-unquote perfect one, and that balance wheel is a one that I believe is in good condition. I'm not sure why it's wobbling like that, but anyway, it shouldn't affect any sort of, shouldn't affect the speed at all, I don't think. I've had watches with wobbly balance wheels run before and, run accurately. So even with a totally new hairspring and totally new balance wheel, what the heck happened? You know what, viewers? I have discovered through a watch repair guy in the GHC, because I came to him about this whole fiasco, and this is what we've concluded, that the hairspring is actually magnetized. both of them were. Well, shoot, that's a new angle nobody's looked at least in this series. Maybe none of this stuff was ever bent to begin with. Maybe all this stuff, I don't know, maybe it was all invalid. Maybe not, I don't know. If I were to do hairspring rebending, that's exactly how I'd do it, viewers. So you saw it how it would be done. But I had no idea that, magnetism, I never even thought of that as a possibility. So if it's magnetized, coils are sticking together or, being weird or not quite being in the right shape, causing the whole thing to run faster for one reason or another. So after coming across the possibility that this thing could be magnetized, or all of the hairsprings that I got in the Night of $1,001 watches could be magnetized, don't ask me how that happens on watches, it just does over time. I'm not a magnet specialist. But yeah, so after even coming across the possibility of that, I checked into how to demagnetize these things, and there was this one wristwatch YouTuber who posted a video of him using one of those Amazon demagnetizers, which I've currently got one in the ordered right now. I'm going to get one myself, and you guys are going to see what happens there. And he got an app on his phone. I'll just link the video in the description. I can't remember the guy's name right now for the life of me. But yeah, I'll link the video in the description so you can see for yourself how it's done. And that's basically the next step in this series. I had no idea that a hairspring may not, the whole thing could be perfectly fine, even though it looks a little weird. I don't care what these hairsprings look like as long as they fit in the case and run accurately. that's my opinion. If they don't look, factory spec, then, as long as it's accurate, that's my opinion. And so if something is fanned up or whatever and it's going to keep accurate time, I'm not going to fix it till it's broken. So anyways, magnetism is the next step for this, checking if it's magnetized. And through the app on my phone that the video demonstrates how to use, I have discovered that this watch is absolutely magnetized, and the other hairspring probably is too. So yeah, we're gonna try and demagnetize this thing and then see how it runs, and then we'll go from there and see how it performs. So yeah, this is not a pilot, it's a DAX. We're using this dial. Anyway, viewers, yeah, so I'm waiting on that thing right now. So it's New Year's Eve, and I hope everyone's having a good time. I did not have time to film a Christmas episode this year. I don't know what I would have even done it on. Yeah, I have been, oh my goodness. If you notice, the videos are now like 15 minutes long or 10 minutes long. I can't do 46-minute long videos anymore. No one likes seeing those. I don't like editing those. They take way too long to release. Shorter videos are the way to go for this channel. That's what I think. And otherwise, viewers, I hope you all had a very Merry Christmas. These are some GE C6 Christmas lights from, I believe, well, this set here is probably from the late 40s, maybe even earlier than that. And then some of the, I don't know when this. It's kind of a mishmash. I'm thinking the newest stuff is probably from 1963, and the oldest ones are probably from 1949 or so. There's one of the boxes there that'll probably help date it. No, I'm not an old Christmas light collector, but I just wanted some old lights to use, because I don't really like the way the mini lights look and all that other stuff. I'm a C9, a C7, and a C6 man. That's my opinion. And I'm gonna stick to it for as long as I can. Too bad the color comes over absolutely terrible on YouTube through this camera here. And otherwise, viewers, I don't think I showed my little Christmas display off. So here it is. We've got houses from the, cardboard houses from probably the late 40s into the early 50s. Hanging around here. Yes, this is trying to be like a window display. No, I never got around to putting snow in it. Yes, there's a bubble light there. Maybe that looks better or maybe it looks worse. But either way, viewers, this is it for 2021. Happy New Year. And I think the last thing we did in 2020 was work on the Westclox Sphinx. Maybe there'll be a video series on that this year. Who knows? And as for the custom dollar watch display cabinet, I don't think I'll be working on anything out of this cabinet, which is from the Night of $1,001 watches. I won't be working on anything out of this lot for, well, until the de-magnetizer gets here. So, anyways, viewers, Happy New Year, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy the content that is to come, and I hope you enjoy the content that is already here on my channel. Or if you're watching this on Instagram or Facebook, more content to come. It's looking pretty barren right now.